Hi lovelies, welcome back to Insights with Mukobe Alspi. As you know, my name is Mukobe Alspi Lipadzi, and today I'm not alone. As you can see, I'm joined by Kamu. So Kamu, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Kamogelo and I am from the real Kamogelo M.
That's her channel name, by the way.
That's my channel name.
Please go and subscribe, like, watch all the videos there.
Always.
Yeah. So guys, today I invited Kamu over to my channel because Kamu has now been living with HIV for how many years?
It's been 6 years and 6 months now.
6 years and 6 months. That's a very long time.
Yeah.
So I heard her story on her YouTube channel, by the way, and I was so inspired. I was like, what? I need to have her here. I need to have her talk to my people, you know, because like it's very important that we talk about this, because many people feel like this is a disease that you're not supposed to talk about, and they try to hide it, you know. So I just felt like, why not take it out there, you know, try and take away the stigma of living with HIV, you know. It's possible to live with HIV. There's nothing different. You're still the same.
I'm still the same old Kamogelo. Nothing has changed. So
so like there's nothing to really stress about. So I just want us to be able to help other people out there who may be living with HIV, or maybe somebody that just recently found out that they're living with HIV and they feel like it's the end of the world. So just for you to know that it's not the end of the world, or maybe you have a family member that's living with HIV, you know, just so that you know how you can help them, how you can support them better. So yeah, I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm also excited for being here.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, because I remember when I saw you, I was like, yo, I need to approach this girl. I'm like, God, this girl better say yes.
And I responded the DM
like this. Yeah. And when I saw, I think it was on your bio or somewhere, or your on your YouTube channel actually, underneath you had written that you're open for interviews. I was like, Lord, this is step number 1.
I don't like, that's one thing about me, like I don't like, I mean I don't mind talking about my HIV status, because for me talking about my HIV status, it also not helps the people that are also living with HIV. It also helps me to also like accept, you know what, this is the new you. And so when I want people to talk about HIV, like I get into it. Like I don't mind.
Oh, all right. That's amazing. All right. So we're gonna get started now, and we're gonna find out more about Kamu and how she's been living with HIV.
Right.
So first of all, please tell me about yourself, your childhood, and how you grew up.
Okay. I grew up. I'm originally from Mpumalanga. I grew up in the Eastern Transvaal, Koleroro. I grew up with my grandmother, my mom and my uncle, and then I had my baby sister. And then fast forward, my mom passed away when I was 15 years. And then later on, 2015, my grandmother also passed away, and then I had to be like the breadwinner. I remember I was not even working by then, but I had already like pictured myself as the breadwinner. And 2014 I moved to Joburg. So nothing much to share, but
So when did you move to Joburg?
2014.
2014, and your grandmother passed away
2015,
and your mom in
2008.
Okay, so I want us to first talk about when you first lost your mom, because many people are losing their parents, they're losing relatives because of COVID-19 and many other different things. So I want you to first walk me through when you first lost your mom.
I remember it was on the 9th of April. I received a call from my aunt. Like my mom started being sick. It was just a fast thing. I think it took her like a week. My mom passed away due to TB. So when they took her to the hospital, she said to my aunt that I must not come to the hospital because within that space of time, like a lot has changed, like in terms of her physique. She has lost weight, so when that night when they came, when my aunt came to tell us at the hospital, they had called them, my mom has passed away. It was around 9:30, I remember. Yeah, when they came in, when I saw my aunt, my mom's best friend, and one of the mothers around our village coming in, to me it already registered that they are going to tell us bad news. I just stood up and went to the bedroom, and then I just knelt down and said, like, Lord, this is it. Like, I can feel it. I can feel it. So yeah, it was really heartbreaking, because I was 15. I was just
in that very young.
At that stage where
you actually need your mom.
Yeah, I need my mom even more. Like, you know, the adolescent stage and all of that. So yeah, it was really tough, but I had to stay strong for everybody at home. Yeah.
But I'm glad your grandmother was there to help you, and you later lost her in 2015.
Yeah.
And that's when you realized that everything was now on your shoulders. You had to quickly grow up. How old were you in 2015?
2015, let me see. 2011. I'm not good with maths, guys, please. 2011, I was 20. So I was 25.
You were 25.
Yes.
That's still young. That's still young, actually.
I was 25. But thing is, my grandmother and I, we were like best friend. Like, the relationship I had with my mom and the relationship I had with my grandmother, it was like totally different. I had close relationship with my grandmother more than my mom.
More than your mom.
So when I lost my grandmother, I remember on my mom's funeral, I did not shed a tear. I did not cry. I just said, at least I still have my grandmother, the person that I confide in, the person that I can speak to about anything. So when I lost my grandmother, I just felt like, you know, pelile njengami. Yeah, pelile ngami. Like, my grandmother was, you know, she was
everything.
She was everything to me. I had a very good relationship with my grandmother. Yeah.
But you've managed to heal from that? Or I read somewhere that we actually don't really heal from the pain, but we outgrow the pain. So I think you have quite grown, and you've learned to live with it. And you have become this woman that you are today, and I'm sure your grandmother and your mom would be very proud of you today.
They are wherever they are. I'm pretty much sure that they're watching.
They're very proud already. Yeah. So, and then after you lost your grandmother, that's when you had to take care of your little sister. And when did you get your son?
I had my son when I was 20, 2011.
2011.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I had to go back home, get my baby sister, and then come stay with her here in Gauteng. Yeah. So it was also a very big challenge, and something like the responsibility that I saw myself having to take. I was like I don't have a choice. Yeah. And she's the one person that she's only left with. I'm the only person that she's left with. So I didn't want her to feel like because our mom has passed away, our grandmother has also passed away, then like I didn't want her to be distracted in terms of her school and all of that. So I just had to woman up and take care of her. And ever since,
all right, so now let's get into when you first found out that you were HIV positive.
Yes.
Please walk us through the setting. What point was it in your life? Was it during the time your grandmother passed? Was it during the time, like, what else was happening around your life at that moment?
Okay, initially 2013, I went to the clinic. I was going there to get my contraceptives. So when I was at the clinic, I went in and then I got the injection, and then when I got out of the room, I just saw a door written HIV and AIDS testing. I got fascinated by that, and then I was like, let me just go just for fun,
Just for fun, yeah.
not knowing my life is gonna change.
Yeah. Because I feel like your life starts to change the moment you know about it.
Yeah.
Because when you don't know about it, you just go out.
Yeah, you're relaxed.
Like, you're relaxed. You're not stressed.
Yeah.
You eat whatever. You're not exercising. You don't care about those things.
Nothing.
But when you find out, then everything changes.
Yeah, true.
So tell us about when you went into the room and you did your test.
Yeah, when I went into the room, the nurse did the counseling, and then she explained how the test kit works and everything, and then they pricked my hand, and then they laid the kit on the table, and then she was like, I need you to tell me the results because I've already explained to you how it works. So when I stood up, I saw one blurry line that it wasn't clear, and then I saw one red line, and then to me I was like, no, the other one it's not clear enough for me, so it means I'm HIV negative.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, let's take another one, because in things like this could be this could actually mean that you are HIV positive. And then we did another one, and then when we looked at it again, still we got one blurry line, and then we got one clear line. And then she was like, you know what, go to room number what and ask the sister in there and ask her to do another test. So they actually did 3 tests. So when they did the 3rd test, the other nurse, I just saw one clear and one blurry. So when I walked out, they didn't like make it clear you are HIV positive. So I walked out the clinic, and then like I was just trying to process everything that the nurses have told me, because remember I said, one nurse said there might be possibilities that the test says I'm HIV positive. So when I walked out, I didn't want to take a taxi. I decided to walk back home, which was like quite a distance. So I walked. I was just trying to capture everything that I was told, but then at the very same moment, I didn't want to overthink and question God or anything like that. So I walked, and I remember I almost got hit by a car.
What?
I almost got hit by a car by the robots. There was this guy, he was like my mind was just not there. I was just a walking zombie, if I can put it like that. So one guy helped me, and I was like, like I felt like he was just harassing me. He was actually trying to help me so that I mustn't get hit by a car. And on my when I almost got home, I called my boyfriend then. I told him that, babe, I did the test, and the nurse said.
The nurse said. Like the test
No,
says.
not the test says.
The
nurse said, I am HIV positive. And then he was like, well, now what did you see? And I was like, no, I just saw one blurry line, and then I saw one clear line. And then he was like, you know what, just come down, go home, and then we'll talk about it when I get home. And then when I got home, I stayed in bed. I passed out because I didn't want to think a lot about what they have told. They have told me.
So at any moment did you cry?
No, I did not cry. I did not cry. Even when my boyfriend came back home, like speaking about it, I don't know. I think that's when the denial stage came in, because I didn't want to accept at that point there's a possibility that I might be HIV positive. But I did not cry. No, I did not.
Okay, so then what happened? How did you end up finding out that you are really HIV positive?
So a year later.
A year from that incident.
Yeah, because even at that Monday when they said I must come back, I was like, no, I'm not going. I saw one clear line and one blurry line. I was like, no, I'm not going back. Yeah, I'm not going back. And then a year later, I remember I went to Mpumalanga during December holidays, and then I came back. But then at the back of my mind, I was like, no man, this thing that is still holding me back, that I need to confirm.
Yeah.
You understand? So
wait, I just want to ask you, when you first found out a year ago in that situation, did you tell your family members or a friend?
No,
anybody?
no. The only person that I told was one close friend and my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And your boyfriend never said, let's go test or anything like
He
that?
suggested that, but I was like, no, babe, like, take it from me. I saw one clear line and one blurry line. So yeah, from there, after a year later, when I came back from Mpumalanga, I was like, that's when my grandmother was starting to be like sick. Yeah. I was like, if it happens that I am HIV positive, at least, because she's the person that I used to confide in her. So before anything happens, at least, well, she needs to know. You understand? So I came back, and then I asked my boyfriend, Kore, we must go back and go to the clinic. But then what we didn't use the same clinic that I first went to. We chose another clinic, and then when we got there, they did the whole thingy, the counseling, they explained everything, and then when they asked us, Kore, did we want to do the test separately, or did we want to do it together? And then because we were like, no, we're gonna do it together. No, like, I'm HIV negative. I'm HIV negative, and then at work he used to do like tests, you know. So when they started with his, and then it came out negative. I was like, she's negative.
Yeah, I'm safe.
I'm also negative, because sometimes we don't always use protection. Yeah. So it was like, he's negative. That means mine will also come out negative. But then when they did that day, that was the confirmation that I was just looking for. I saw clear red lines.
That's when you found out that you are positive, right?
Yes.
So I feel like that's the same mentality that most people have, that if my partner is negative, I'm also negative. So please tell me, how did you feel when you found out that your partner was actually negative and you were positive?
I did not understand a lot about HIV. Coming back home, I then made Google my friend. Like, I used to Google and ask a lot of doctors. I even remember I even went to Twitter. I tweeted the late Cindy. I tweeted this other doctor, I forgot her name. Like, I used to want information, like, is it possible that one person would be HIV positive and then the other one will be negative? And then at some point, like, we would not use protection, and then they explained it like, it depends on the blood type of a person and the immune system of a person. So from there on, I was like, okay, that means me I'm a carrier. Yes. So that's when I understood the reason why he did not test positive. It was because of that thing of
Okay, so like I imagine that if one is told about being HIV positive, there's a stage that you go through, stages actually, where you first go through denial, of which you went through denial
for a year
and then she got confirmation. But I want you to walk me through the emotional side of things. How were you emotionally, the kind of challenges you faced emotionally, and how you healed? I imagine it was a very dark and painful time.
That time, I'm a Christian. One thing that I did not want to do to myself, it was question God. I did not want to question God. Why am I in this situation? Firstly, I lost my mom, and then I lost my grandmother, and then I need to take care of my baby sister. I'm still young, and now I'm testing for HIV, and then it comes up positive. Like, I did not want to question God. I did not want to use the 3 W's for me. It's the why, the who, and the where.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to ask like a lot of questions. I'm just going to accept and then start talking about it, and then me not talking about HIV. That's when I started getting the healing. Like I think 90% of my friends, like my close friends, knew about my HIV status before I even came out publicly and shared my HIV status.
And by the time you found out, got the confirmation, your grandmother had already passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you tell your friends about your status. How was their reaction?
I've got the circle of my friends. They're the best. Yeah. My friends are the best. When I told them, they were very supportive. Others would like do research and send me links or articles and whatever. Like, they were very supportive. Like, the circle of my friends. I remember my best friend Annalie. I remember this other time we even entered fasting and prayer, and she was like, you know what, when are you fine? We're just going to pray to God that this thing doesn't haunt you, doesn't disturb your mentality. So the circle of my friends, it's dope.
They're amazing friends.
Yeah.
But did you at one point ever feel judged by maybe your friends or anyone close to you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. So you say that you told 90% of your friends, right?
Yeah.
That was like immediately after finding out, or you waited a bit?
No, I just told my closest friends when I had just found out, and then gradually I started talking about it, and
Okay.
and then almost everybody like knew.
And after how long did you come out publicly?
I just came out last year.
Yeah. Wow, like that's very recent.
Yeah.
So now you said in one of your videos on your channel that you didn't tell your family, right?
Yeah.
And your uncle only found out through the public, right? Yeah. So I like what your uncle did. Like when he found out, the first thing he asked you was, how are you doing?
Yes.
You know, where else in many situations they would call and be like, hey, why didn't you tell us? Why are you talking about this publicly? Why are you trying to humiliate us? You know, stuff like that. So I think I saw a lot of love and compassion from his side. So walk us through that, your uncle's reaction.
Thing is, my uncle, after the passing of my grandmother, my relationship with my uncle grew even like bigger. Like, my uncle is the like Siso. Like, we are so close. So I feel like he felt helpless that he could not help me at the time of need, and then Mina, I just kept what can I say, like, not informing him about the things that I was going through. But other than that, I don't have a good relationship with my family from my mom's side and from my dad's side. So the only person that I speak a lot of things with, it's now my uncle.
So now that you've been living with HIV for the past 6 years, 6 years and 6 months, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered?
I don't think I've encountered any challenges, but the only thing that I was stressing about, it was like the dating thing.
I was about to get into that. Because
guys, I'm still young. Okay, right now I'm 29. I'm scientifically 30. So I was just worried about that because most of my relationships, like, they didn't last like more than 3 months.
That's quite short.
So that was the only challenge that I've faced. But other than that, like, I didn't care what the other person would think about me, as long as you don't come to me and say, we're not this, like, it's fine, you're not paying my bills. I'm cool.
So now that you mentioned the dating part, which I was gonna get into later, we might as well get into it.
Let's dive. Yeah.
So, how has, like, after you found out your HIV, you accepted, and your relationship ended, right, with the guy that you were with at the time when you found out?
Yes, yes.
So when that relationship ended, like, what went through your mind? For example, with me, after my pregnancy, I just thought, it means I'm gonna be stuck with one person for the rest of my life. No one would wanna date a person that has a child. So I just wanna. That was my mentality, right? After I got pregnant and had a child, of which I didn't mind being with that person at the time. But it's just that I just thought I have to make it work. So did you ever get the same feeling that, you know what, I have to make it work with this person? This person has accepted me. They don't get this disease no matter what. Stuff like that. What mentality did you have?
The only thing that I wanted, it was, okay, from now on, babe, we are going to strictly use protection so that I protect you. So that, like, we can continue with our lives and then he made me believe that he was okay with the situation, only to find out at the later stage that actually he was not okay. He was not okay. Like, I remember we were very close, even his family, we were very close with his family. So it's like every like celebrations that they would have, like, I'm there, I'm there, so you understand, like, I'm very supportive in everything that he does, so that he does not leave me, because he has accepted my status. But other than that,
so how did you find out that, okay, this person was not okay with the whole thing?
He started changing. He started wanting to visit friends that I didn't even know existed. He started visiting friends and started going out a lot. And then up until when I found out that he was actually cheating on me.
And how did you find out?
Well, he cheated on me with 2 girls.
You're hectic.
He cheated on me with 2 girls. One was a student, and then one, I think, was working. And then the other one that wasn't working actually called me.
The guts.
The girl called me and then told me that she was pregnant. With my boyfriend's child. And I was like, what the hell? And then from there on, when I confronted him, and he didn't even deny it. He was like, yes. And then the student one also called me. Now the student one, let me tell you, he would call me getting night shift and swearing at me and telling me that, no, I'm with our person, you know, you can see that your person is not there. I'm even like, the disrespect.
That was hurtful.
The disrespect. So I was like, I'm done.
So that's when you decided to just let it go.
I decided to cut it, even though Mina and the guy, we're friends now, because I'm just that person. I don't
hold on to.
No.
Now we break up, we are done. I don't know you.
Mina, all the guys that I've dated, we are friends, except for the baby daddy. But
with baby daddies it's different, guys.
It's different, guys. Please don't judge us.
Okay, all right. So now, after he's left, I don't know with you, but I feel like the whole situation might have scarred you in that maybe you feel like it's because of my status, it's because of me, it's my fault or whatever. But how did you get the courage to start dating again?
I didn't want to deprive myself to love and to be loved. I kept going and going. But then the unfortunate part was that a lot of the guys that I was dating would reject me every time I tell them, you know what, like maybe 4 weeks into the relationship, because I did not want to take that responsibility. I'm not going to tell this person. I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide my tablets or whatever. Like, I would disclose at an early stage, so that they can make up their own mind. I didn't want to make a choice for them. And then they would tell me, no, it's fine, as long as you're taking care of yourself, as long as you're taking your medication, you're eating healthy, you're positive about this thing, so let's keep going. But then a week later,
yeah, yeah. And I feel like it's important that if you feel that you won't be able to do it, just say it right there. Because like I feel like it's much more painful when a person starts changing after they told you, no, it's fine, babe, we can continue.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're just honest about it and be like, listen, I can't handle this. It's fine. Don't lie and say I can do this, because that actually hurts more.
Yeah, it does. It does. And then it brings like now this person is rejecting me because of this status.
Yeah. And I feel like you can end up blaming yourself and also feeling like you cannot accept who you are anymore. True. Like you can even hate yourself because of these actions that people take. So if you cannot do something, rather open up and say, listen, you have a child, I can't date you. Or you're HIV positive, I can't date you. You've got cancer in your bloodline, I can't date you. You know, there are many things that people can decide not to engage in a relationship with you because of. So it's better to just open up right from the get-go and say that I won't be able to do it. And I like the fact that you actually also inform them so that they have a chance. You know, because if you're living with HIV and you decide not to tell the next person, I feel like that's a bit selfish. You know, they should know what they're getting themselves into and whether they want to be a part of it. You know, and if you are rejected, I feel like you shouldn't have to be angry and feel hurt. Okay, you can feel hurt because rejection is painful.
No, it is.
But I feel like you shouldn't be mad at the person because they're being true to who they are. If they cannot live with it, they cannot live with it. It's better they leave than for them to stay and hurt you and cheat on you and stuff like that. So I feel like it's very profound that you tell these people at an early stage.
That's one thing that I told myself, that getting into relationships, the one thing that I'm going to do, it's just to tell them as soon as, like, before I catch feelings, as soon as the other person like is becoming too clingy or whatever, so that they would know, this is Kamogelo and Kamogelo is HIV positive, and these are the things that we are supposed to do, and these are the things that we are not supposed to do. And so I mean, I'm telling them I don't want to take that away from them, they mustn't make their own choices. I am not that selfish, guys. No.
Okay, so now fast forward. We're still in the dating. So now tell us what's happening now. I mean, like you know.
Well, right now I'm in
it's possible, guys. It's possible.
I'm in a relationship, like I'm happily in a relationship, but what I like about this relationship is that I'm dating a person that, well, understands. You know, even when I told him, he did not give me that, no, it's fine, we're gonna do this. No, he was like, so what? That was his response.
So what?
So what? You're HIV positive, so what?
So guys, it's possible. If you're living with HIV and you're feeling like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life alone, it's never gonna happen, God does things, guys. And you're actually telling me that you actually prayed about it.
I prayed for this person because we were actually friends before we started dating.
Before it went
because we went that side, you understand? So we were like very close friends. Like I would confide in him about everything, about like it would be like one of those friends where yo friend, like I saw this girl, like you know this girl, and then he will come like, yo my friend, I saw this guy, yo this guy, I got like we were that close. And then up until last year, November, he started pursuing me. He was like, you know what, I can see the vibe between us, but no, this is not what I'm looking for. I actually want to be with you. And then we took it from there.
So tell me about the prayer. Because we want to know, like, how must we pray? How did the prayer go?
When it comes to prayer, this year, because when we started dating December the 6th.
Hey! Did you guys hear the anniversary? You should be sending flowers on this.
Please.
Yeah,
when we started dating December, I was like, I'm just gonna take it slow, and I want to see if he really means
what
it,
he
or
said. Yeah,
he's just like one of those ones. You understand? But January this year, when I started my fasting and prayer, I became specific with God. I was like, God, here is a person. This person told me he wants to be with me, and here's a time frame. I'm giving you 3 months, and if things will work out between me and this person within these 3 months, I will see.
You will see. And you saw.
And I saw.
Hey, God is good. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So now I'm closing the dating part, because guys, I just wanted you guys to see out there that if you're living with HIV, if you just found out that you're HIV positive, don't give up on love.
Yeah.
You can still find love, you can still be happy, and you can still live a good life. Like Kam's living a good life, guys. She's happy. I see her statuses all the time. She's happy. The other time she pranked her man. I was like, yeah. Oh, so you can really still live your life, and you can heal from it. I mean, we're talking about it, she's not even crying, she's laughing, she's happy. So it's nothing to be depressed about. Honestly, you just need to take care of yourself. Now, talking about taking care of yourself, I want to know about taking the pills, right? So some people don't know how this whole thing works. So I did a lot of research on HIV, guys. Like I've just been, I know a lot. So I just want you to tell our viewers, how do you take the pills?
So when I first got diagnosed, they I didn't get into the ARVs immediately. They checked my CD4 count, they checked my viral load. My CD4 count was on 603, and then my viral load was almost down to 20 copies. So they gave me pills to treat TB. So I took the treatment for 6 months, and then I stayed the whole of 2016. I was not taking any pills. Yes. So 2017, then that's when they came this new law that a person, whether it's HIV positive or HIV negative, they need to get into the treatment. And then the 13th, I'm very good with dating. The 13th of February 2017, that's when I went for my checkup, and then they told me about this new law, and then they told me, I'm going to start with my ARVs. I was not ready. I was really not ready. I remember I came here, I saw this pill, I was like, yo, it's very huge. It's very huge, but I'm gonna make it work. But I got side effects.
What are some of the side effects?
Some of the side effects, that I got, the only ones that I got, I was feeling drowsiness a lot of the time, headaches, and then a little bit of diarrhea, but not much, and that was just about it. But there was one time where I think 3 days when I've started the treatment, I fainted at work. Because it was just too much for me.
But you overcame that.
I overcame it. The only thing that I'm left with right now is tongue inflammation.
Oh, okay. How does that feel? Does it feel like your tongue is on fire?
It feels like it's on fire. That's why I always have ice cubes in my fridge, or if not ice cream has to be in my fridge.
At least something to cool it down.
At least something to cool it down. But other than that, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so you take the pill at the same time every day?
Yes, I take my pills same time every day at 9 o'clock, and I make sure that before I take my medication, I drink a lot of water. And I eat as healthy as I can. I always incorporate veggies during the day. I would have 1 or 2 fruits, and then even the fruits the water,
guys. The water. Drink a lot of water.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what else did I want to ask? I wanted to ask about viral load. So when do you get to a point where you don't have to answer specifically with regards to you, but I just want to know when does a person get to a point where their viral load is undetectable?
Okay, when a person's viral load is undetectable, it's when they are continuously taking their treatment like so well, like at that same day, same time, and you're taking care of yourself, you're not having unprotected sex. Because remember, if you are HIV positive and then let's say for instance you're sleeping with another person, or maybe you're getting into different relationship, and then when you say no because I'm taking medication and then I won't get infected or whatever. But there's one thing that people don't understand, that when you don't know the other person's status, and when are you busy taking the treatment, you are actually, if you don't know the person's status, you're actually going to reinfect yourself if that person is also HIV positive and they don't know about it. So the pills won't actually work. But when you take your medication so well and you're taking care of yourself, you're protecting yourself sexually, it took me, I think for me, I think it took me 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah, 4 to 6 months if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't take so long because when I got into a relationship, I just made sure the taking of medication, I align it with the eating healthy and then the using protection. Like I don't play, I use protection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was about to ask how long it takes, but you said that it's possible even during like 4 months, 6 months. So what does that mean when your viral load is undetectable? Does it mean that when you go and test again it will come out negative, or there's another way of testing the viral load?
They just take your bloods and then they check your viral load. They're taking the number of virus in your bloodstream. So but with some other people it comes out negative, but that does not mean that you are now clear you are HIV negative.
You still need to take your medication.
You still need to take your medication. That simply means that the virus in your blood does not have power. Yeah, that's what they call it, like being undetectable. They can't detect the virus in your bloodstream, but it's still there, but they can't detect it.
Okay, so like if you decide, okay, now that my viral load is low, it means I can sleep with my partner unprotected, right? Yeah. And he won't get it. Yeah. Okay, but at the same time you're saying rather stick to using it still.
Yeah, me nah. I'm sharing this because this has worked for me. Mina, I feel like when you're ready to have a baby, for instance, that's when you should go back to the doctor or to the clinic, and then they will take you through the process or whatever. But I feel like you need to continue using protection, because I'm not saying our partners are cheating on us or whatever. I am not saying that, but it's possible. Let's just be realistic. It's possible. But when you keep on using protection, then you won't like reinfect yourself. That's when the reinfection part comes in. So you just need to keep using protection.
And there's PrEP and there's what? Isn't it true? Like there's that one that you take like if you were infected within 24 hours.
When you are exposed.
And then the other one you take before exposure, or is it the same one?
I'm not too
sure about
that. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay. I just thought maybe you have some knowledge about it, but according to my research, there's one you can take after exposure within 24 hours, and then the other one you can take before. I think the second one is recommended to sex workers. I don't know. So, but that's what I found out because I was reading a lot about this. So I wanted to make sure that I have some knowledge in terms of this whole thing. But anyways, like I'm glad you are okay. I mean, she's living her life, she's healthy, she's fine, guys. So there's no need for you to like stress and panic if you found out that you are HIV positive, or if you're living with HIV or your relative is living with HIV. They're still the same person. All they need to do is take care of themselves, exercise, eat healthy, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water, and just take care of yourself, guys. This disease is something that you can live with. You do not have to be scared, and if you are following the protocols, you will live. Yeah, so I think that's it from me today. I just wanted you guys to find out about Kamu. Guys, she's amazing. She's been doing well. And lastly, I want to ask, how's your prayer life now? How's your relationship with God?
It has never changed. It has never changed. I'm like so close to God. Like I feel like God is like the family that I have now.
He's everything.
So he's everything to me. I pray for my finances, I pray for my boyfriend, I pray for my children, I pray for my job. Like my relationship with God, it's even stronger because I see he took me from which point to which point, and already like, if I can tell you something there, when I grew up, I thought I'm not gonna be like having everything that I have. Like I've seen God working through me, touching people's life through me. So when I started praying and having that close intimacy with God, like I saw you know what, this guy has got my back.
He's got your back
always.
He'll never leave you nor forsake you.
So always, no, my relationship with God has never changed. I still go to church, I still pray, I still fast and pray, even though I need to take my medication. Like I just said, I just believe when it comes to praying, it's just how you set in your mind. I'm going to fast from this time to this time, and then you engage God in that, and then that's how I do it.
So I'm asking about your prayer life and your relationship with God, because I feel like most of the times when you find out something like this, you're HIV positive, or you got pregnant, or anything along those lines, people tend to shy away from God, thinking that God finds me guilty or he blames me. Yet God wants you to come closer to him, because he's the source of healing. So if you want to be healed emotionally, physically, it is only through God that you can do that, you know. And it is the grace of God that sustains you till today. You know, you may be thinking, no, it's because I'm taking my medication well and everything, but your life is not in your hands. It's not in the medication's hands, although you need to take it, but your life is in God's hands. And I read a scripture that says that my destiny and its timing is in your hands. Your destiny and its timing and everything around your destiny is in the hands of God. So whether you found out that you're HIV positive, whether you have cancer, whether you've got COVID, no matter what sickness or disease you have, or even if maybe you got a baby at a young age, or anything that makes you feel ashamed, just know that your destiny and its timing is in the hands of the Lord, and the Lord will still uphold you, and you will get to your destiny. Kamu is changing lives today through telling her story, and that's part of her destiny. You know, it reminds me of the fact that God turns everything that was meant for evil to work together for good. So everything is working together for good for her now. She's encouraging people and she's changing lives. So I think that's one thing I love about this whole thing.
What I like with what you've mentioned is like I'm touching people. Like I with my YouTube channel, the reason why I wanted to start the YouTube channel is just to share my life experiences living with HIV, right? But right now, like I'm getting a lot of DMs, like messages, emails from even older people, people that are married, people that are they've got kids. Like they would constantly, I even have a Facebook page, like people are constantly asking me. So I just believe God wanted to use me in this area. So this is just the purpose that God has placed in for me. So I'm like, that's why I didn't even want to say, God, why me? Why did you choose me to be HIV positive? So if not me, then who else was it supposed to be?
So finally, what advice do you have for someone who just found out that they're HIV positive, or someone that has been living with HIV and they're kind of struggling to accept still, or anybody that is affected by HIV?
Okay, the message that I can give the people that, well, just tested positive for HIV or they are infected, because remember, if you're not infected, you are mostly probably affected by the person that is close to you. I think self-acceptance is very important. If you can accept when if it can start with you, Corey, you know what, from this day going forward, this is the life that I'm going to live, and then you're taking care of yourself, then there's nothing that is going to hold you back. You can still have the same job that you're dreaming about. You can still be married, you can still have children, you can, like, it, for me, it only needs to be self-acceptance. Yeah.
And if someone is out there and they've been living with HIV and they just don't know how to go about everything, like dating, everything, it's just a mess, what would you say?
Love yourself. Just love yourself. Simple as that. Just love yourself,
and everything will fall into place.
You don't need to get approval from other people. Just love yourself, and then everything will fall into place.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for coming to my channel.
Thank you.
And I got you a little gift, because this is what I do, guys. When I invite people, I want to leave them with a reminder. You know, they must remember me when I'm gone.
Oh, that's so, wow.
I don't know whether you like tea or coffee.
Oh my god. Do you guys want to? Oh my god. K for Kamogelo. Oh, thank you so much, dear.
You're welcome.
This is wow.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. So drop your handles. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything.
Okay. Please go and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's The Real Kamogelo M. And then please follow me on Instagram at Kamogelo Cams. I also have a Facebook page, which is The Real Kamogelo M. And then TikTok, I'm not that active on TikTok, but it's Kamogelo Cams. And then I'm also on Twitter, it's Kamogelo_Kemu.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And the Facebook page, did you mention it?
Yes. It's The Real Kamogelo M.
Yes. All right. Okay, guys, please go follow her. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was insightful and helpful to you and your family members. If you know of someone living with HIV who has been struggling to accept their status or anything along those lines, please do forward to them and help one person at a time. This could change lives. As my bio says, as my description says, doing life together. We are actually doing life together, guys, and we want to make sure that as we do this life thing together, each one of us is healing and each one of us is growing, and we are basically loving one another. So yeah, share this video to anybody else who needs this, and yeah, this could change their life. Thank you so much, and please do follow me on Instagram at alsby_mk. Thank you.